Rescue Apartments. With state-of-the-art amenities, Lifestyle Heights offers you constant water supply, round-the-clock security, green and open spaces such as the pergolas and kids' play area, lifts, among many other amenities. Contact us and come see us for an amazing open day on the 27th and 28th of March.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Invention from Molfix just for your baby. Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Geisha coconut milk and honey, enriched with coconut milk for soft and moisturized skin.
Be strong and last long.
This looks different.
It is. See for yourself.
Okay, so it's a photo.
Look closer. Photos within photos.
What about video?
8K video. Beyond cinema quality.
So...
You can pull portrait quality photos straight from video.
But will it last the whole trip?
Battery for the whole trip and the way back.
This is different.
Told you.
What is family? Family is a solid foundation to build on and a strong pillar to lean on. It is believing in each one of us for the betterment of all of us. Family is working together today to win together tomorrow. It is creating opportunities for a lifetime of happiness. It is knowing we are valued, respected, understood, and most of all, supported. The future is bright because you can always bank on family. Family Bank, with you for life.
How powerful is the healing power of Vaseline? We applied Vaseline jelly to one leaf, the other we left alone. After just a few days, the difference is visible. Nothing locks in moisture better to keep skin restored. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
Invest in your future with soil merchants who have early Easter offer for prime residential plots in Gilgil. Get an 8-acre plot at Kenya shillings 250,000 for cash buyers or 295,000 for installment buyers. Pay 30% deposit and clear the balance in 4 months. The plots are near the Great Rift Valley Lodge with ready title deeds. Water and electricity are available. Schools and health facilities are nearby. Welcome to our open day on 20th March 2021. SMS plot to 21595 for inquiries.
This is NTV.
Good evening. It's a pleasure having you on NTV Weekend Edition. Just 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and here are some of our top stories.
Tonight, why is Kenya pulling out of hearings over its maritime dispute with Somalia?
There's been a failure from the African Union and IGAD to bring Kenya and Somalia together over this issue. It should never have gotten to the World Court.
And more on Kenya's last hope as the International Court of Justice prepares to sit tomorrow. Also tonight, cost of fuel goes up by 7 shillings, much to the disappointment of Kenyans.
Mmetuongezea mafuta kwa shilingi 5. Tujue fare itakuwaje kwa abiria wenye tunabeba sasa.
Plus,
sema wananchi muamke kwa taratibu, muelekee nyumbani. Hiyo mkutano imekishia hapo. Kila mtu amroke.
Time to atone for sins.
Nimesema kwani mkutano ya siasa inafanyika?
Police crack down on Kitui worshippers breaking COVID rules. And a mask is now part of the dress code. But how well do you dispose of it?
Waste, especially the PPEs, used masks, gloves and sanitizers, these are now new stream of waste into our environment. And this has really posed lots of challenge.
Environmentalists are sounding the alarm as 5 more die of the virus.
This is Weekend Edition with Zainab Ismail.
And I'm not alone. On the sign language interpretation tonight is David Agondo. We begin with diplomacy issues, where Kenya now says it will not take part in the hearings over its maritime border dispute with Somalia that starts tomorrow at the International Court of Justice at The Hague. Attorney General Professor Kihara Kariuki, in a letter to the court's registrar, says Kenya is pulling out due to the court's failure to address concerns raised, including bias on its part. In the meantime, international relations experts are of the view that dialogue is still the only way out. Here's NTV's Leila Mohammed with more.
Somalia's first round, and on behalf of my distinguished agents, thank you very much.
According to the court's schedule, Somalia will on Monday 15th and Tuesday 16th of March 2021 present its oral submissions before the court. According to the same schedule, Kenya was expected to respond on Thursday the 18th and Friday the 19th of March. But now, the country says it will not take part in the proceedings. It had wanted the case delayed as it briefed a new legal team. It had also cited the COVID-19 pandemic, but the International Court of Justice held that the case be heard virtually starting Monday. Now Kenya hopes the ICJ judges will grant its wish for a 30-minute opportunity to orally submit its position paper before hearing starts, and hopes the court will consider it, even though Kenya will not be part of the hearings.
You must have the two sides agree to the process where they can sit on the table and begin listening to all the facts. So Kenya needs as much time as it can take.
There's been a failure from the African Union and IGAD to bring Kenya and Somalia together over this issue. It should never have gotten to the World Court.
In February 2021, Somalia stated it was ready to proceed without further delays.
Kenya is within its width to ask for some time, and I don't understand why the court has not given this, even though they have given it twice before. I think a third time would have been appropriate.
Diplomacy experts say while the matter has been at the Hague-based court since 2014, dialogue is still the best way out of the choppy waters for the two feuding countries. The presence of a Somali judge, Abdul Qawi Ahmed Yusuf, on the ICJ panel is still a sore spot for Kenya, saying he should recuse himself.
Kenya is in the UN Security Council. And no African country is going to go to the UN Security Council and say Kenya is acting only in Kenya's interest. Kenya represents the African personality in the Security Council. That's the job of Kenya. And this gentleman who is in the World Court represents Africa in that case.
International relations experts are of the view that should the ICJ proceed with the case without Kenya's participation, then it could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the two parties in the dispute.
Then you are going to destabilize Tanzania. Then you are going to destabilize Mozambique. Then you are going to destabilize South Africa. And so it will never be an acceptable OAU agenda or a stand or IGAD agenda.
The contested area is a 160,000 square kilometer triangle in the Indian Ocean, thought to be rich in oil and gas.
This issue must never be judged in the court of social influence. It needs hard facts, it needs time, But Kenya, at the bottom line, will never give 1 iota of its territorial integrity.
Leila Mohammed, NTV.
A sore issue indeed, and of course we'll certainly be keeping a very close eye on the developments tomorrow. Meanwhile, if you're a motorist, brace yourself for higher fuel costs beginning midnight tonight. In the latest price review by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, a litre of super petrol will now cost 7 shillings and 63 cents more, while diesel users will pay 5 shillings and 75 cents more per litre. The cost of kerosene too goes up by 5 shillings and 41 cents. As Ellen Aura reports, Kenyans are not happy about this new development.
A pandemic at hand with clear-cut signs that the nation is in its third wave of the coronavirus. And as if that isn't enough, the cost of living over the next month is about to rise, as latest review of fuel prices forces motorists to dig deeper in their pockets. According to the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, the spike in prices are as a consequence of the increase in the average landed cost of fuel. And Kenyans are not happy.
Maisha imekuwa ngumu sababu ya maisha kupanda, watu wenyewe hawana pesa, sisi wenyewe kazi iko chini. Serikali imeongeza ushuru ya vitu, tunaumia. Hatujui tunaweza lilia nani.
Bila wanane hata kama ukipiga 4 ndugu yangu, 4 peke yake. Utapata pesa ngapi?
I'm very disappointed kwa mafuta mmepandisha bei. Economy as we know right now it's very hard. The COVID thing imetusumbua akili, hakuna makazi. And I don't know why are we suffering through all this.
Beginning midnight, super petrol will increase by 7 shillings and 63 cents per litre. Diesel will increase by 5 shillings and 75 cents per litre. And kerosene 5 shillings and 41 cents per litre.
Ikiongezwa, sasa itabaki tunasubuana na konda. Kando na hiyo, konda hawezi lipisha vile alikuwa analipisha. Juu jioni mwenye gari anataka do. Pia yeye anataka ingie kwake na unga. Ona sasa hali hiyo mzigo yote itarudia nini abiria.
In Mombasa County, super petrol will now retail for 120 shillings and 41 cents per litre. Diesel 105 shillings and 27 cents per litre. And kerosene 95 shillings and 46 cents per litre. In Nairobi County, super petrol will retail for 122 shillings and 81 cents per litre. Diesel 107 shillings 66 cents per litre. Kerosene 97 shillings and 85 cents per litre. In Nakuru County, super petrol will retail for 122 shillings and 44 cents per litre. Diesel 107 shillings and 55 cents per litre. Kerosene 97 shillings and 76 cents per litre.
Mmetuongezea mafuta kwa shilingi 5. Tujue fare itakuwaje kwa abiria wenye tunabeba sasa.
Itabidi tupandishe bei ya chukuzi. Sasa ndio customer mwenyewe abebe huo mzigo, mwananchi mwenyewe abebe huo mzigo. Juu sisi hakuna tutafanya. Haya magari tumechukua kwa loan, tunalipia.
In Eldoret County, super petrol will retail for 123 shillings and 36 cents per litre. Diesel 108 shillings and 46 cents per litre. Kerosene 98 shillings and 68 cents per litre. In Kisumu County, super petrol will retail for 123 shillings and 36 cents per litre. Diesel 108 shillings and 46 cents per litre. Kerosene 98 shillings and 68 cents per litre. Helen Aura, NTV.
Well, certainly, many Kenyans are not very happy with this news. And it is the first Sunday since President Uhuru Kenyatta announced new COVID-19 containment measures. And while some politicians have suspended campaigns in order to comply with the directives, some churches are yet to comply, as Naoma Sampao now reports.
Following the presidential directive to have only a third of the capacity of places of worship attending a service at a time, drama ensued today at New Anglican Church at Kai in Kitui when police officers stormed the church and ordered congregants out of the church gathering when the sermon was still on. The congregants had exceeded the required number. Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua, who was in attendance, attempted to persuade the police, but his plea fell on deaf ears. In Machakos, churches are yet to scale down their attendance to match the required numbers. Congregants sat next to each other, oblivious of the danger they've exposed themselves to. Wearing of masks also looks like it's optional, while most of those who wore them left them hanging on their chins. In Eldoret, some churches complied to the directives, although you will not miss one or two people wearing the masks below their chins. In the political sphere, some politicians have continued preaching water while drinking wine. Busia Governor Sospeter Ojamong attended a burial in Busia where many people gathered, some huddled close together. Still, he went on to preach the gospel of compliance.
Ni vizuri rais kuchukua ile msimamo alichukua jana kwa kusema kwamba ile masharti ambayo ilikuwa imewekwa na ile kamati ya kuangalia mambo ya COVID iweze kuzingatiwa.
Keep distance, all the protocols ambayo tumepatiwa. This disease is expensive, haina tiba, so we should be very cautious.
Meanwhile, despite President Kenyatta promising action against those who violate the directives, police are yet to arrest any of the politicians in the footage who are in clear violation or the NAT officials who also violated the guidelines. Nayoma Sampao, NTV.
Well, ODM party leader Raila Odinga is back home after a 5-day stay at the Nairobi hospital. In a video posted on his Twitter page on Sunday morning, showing him doing exercises, the opposition leader is hard, saying it feels good to be back home. Raila also says he will self-isolate until further notice after he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
You're back home?
Yes. ODM leader Raila Odinga will continue recuperating from home after he was discharged from the Nairobi hospital where he was receiving treatment for COVID-19.
Keep my distance from you.
I was like in a prison back. In a video released on his Twitter page Sunday morning, recorded by his youngest daughter Winnie Odinga, Raila is seen exercising and expressing joy at being back home.
At least I can see the...
Winnie is also heard saying she cannot come close to him.
You're like a leper.
Yeah. Raila has a mask on in the video, even as he exercises.
It's good to have you back, Dad.
Thank you. In another tweet, Raila says he will still stay at home for a while as he self-isolates. His return home from the hospital comes just 5 days after he was admitted to the Nairobi hospital, where he had taken himself for a regular checkup after complaining of fatigue. His doctor had indicated that a routine checkup was to be done before he was finally diagnosed with COVID-19 on Thursday. His return home has kicked off a conversation online, with some doubting his remarkable state. There are those who support the quick turnaround, while others doubt he ever had the virus. However, the Ministry of Health has insistently held the view that asymptomatic patients can stay at home and receive home-based care, as they also take care not to infect others.
Looking good.
Kennedy Muredi, NTV.
And we wish Baba a quick and speedy recovery. Well, one person has died while 8 others have sustained injuries in an accident that occurred this Sunday afternoon involving a lorry and 2 private vehicles. The accident occurred in Miga at the Salgach-Sachangwan Black Sport along the busy Nakuru-Eldoret highway. The lorry that caused the accident is said to have lost control, hitting 2 vehicles off the road. 2 people were seriously injured. 6 other people were left stranded after the vehicles were towed for investigation. The accident happened a week after 4 people lost their lives in separate accidents along the Nairobi-Eldoret highway.
On the right side hand, it rolled out of the road several times, and the female and the male occupant were able to be evacuated to hospital. We still see that there are issues with this road. So probably the government should come up with ways to slow down vehicles from Molo all the way to Nakuru town. Because we were hit from behind, so we are not that safe. So, but we thank God that we are fine.
All right, and on that note, let's take a quick break on NTV Weekend Edition. We still have more. Stay with us.
Welcome to our new office. Wonderful sight. Just imagine 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the parking is, and then the warehouse front door here, the reception here, and the fridges here. The lorry's entrance there, and their exit there. One way only. What is it?
So where is the building?
Fast, stress-free construction. Get your factory-made buildings in 10 weeks with SafeBuild. Order yours now. SafeBuild, a quality building solution from MRM.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Like never before. Ushindi with OxyBright does so much more. Removes stains easily and cleans it right. Brightens with the magic of OxyBright. It's a brighter life with Ushindi.
Just got faster. Get fully locked on Airtel 4G. Enjoy our wider coverage. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Like every mother, I'm worried about dangerous insects, especially mosquitoes, which spread diseases like malaria to my loved ones. This year, I'm not afraid. I'm using Mortein Doom. Mortein Doom All Insect Killer provides protection in seconds. Not even a single mosquito is spared. Because even one mosquito bite can cause malaria. Mortein Doom provides protection in seconds.
Thank you for staying with us. You're watching NTV Weekend Edition. Let's now take a look at the COVID-19 situation in the country. And 431 people have tested positive for coronavirus out of a sample size of 4,627 tested in the last 24 hours. The national caseload now stands at 113,236. From the cases, 414 are Kenyans, while 17 are foreigners. 79 patients have recovered from the disease, raising the total recoveries to 88,405. 50 of the patients are from the home-based and isolation care, while 29 are from various health facilities. Sadly, 5 patients succumbed to the disease, pushing the cumulative fatalities to 1,913. A total of 668 patients are currently admitted in various health facilities countrywide, while 2,080 patients are on home-based isolation and care. 114 patients are in the intensive care unit. Well, away from that, politics now, and former Gatanga Member of Parliament and presidential hopeful Peter Kenneth now says nothing stops the Mount Kenya region from fielding a presidential candidate after President Uhuru Kenyatta's exit in 2022. Kenneth says the region has numbers, and as a major shareholder in the running of the country's affairs, it should at least get the number 2 spot, if not the presidency. His statement comes as Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i joined the fray following a ringing endorsement from the top job from his counterpart in the Transport Ministry, James Macharia. NTV's senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi has more.
With the impending exit of President Uhuru Kenyatta from leadership, the Mount Kenya region has been ripe for the picking, for leaders angling for the top job. Former Gatanga MP Peter Kenneth argues that nothing stops the region, in between the jigs and the reels, to rally behind a presidential candidate from the region after President Uhuru Kenyatta exits.
We are major shareholders and stakeholders of our country. Na kwa hivyo, wakati kuna mazungumzo ya nchi, sisi kama shareholders ambao kundi letu ndilo kubwa, lazima tuzungumzie nchi. Manake hata kwa kampuni, wale ambao wana share mingi, wana usemi mwingi.
The statement a reiteration of what he previously said, that the region will produce a presidential candidate in next year's election, owing to its numerical strength.
Hakuna kitu ambacho kimewakataza wakaaji wa Mlima Kenya kuwa na kiongozi ambaye atawaongoza, hawe katika kiti ya kwanza, ya pili ama ya tatu.
Communities that make up the Mount Kenya region have a combined estimate of 9 million votes.
Jua ukiona ng'ombe wakati zinapelekwa kwenda kula zinatawanyika. Lakini jamii yetu ni kama ng'ombe, wakati wanarudi nyumbani jioni, wanarudi wakiwa kitu kimo, na wote moja ikiongoza hivi wote wanafuata.
Kenneth, who worshipped in Murang'a County with a number of political leaders, noted it was imperative that the region spoke in one voice so as not to lose its bargaining power in the 2022 succession race and perhaps fade into political oblivion. Deputy President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga are among leaders who've made overtures to the region and hope to be the first to the finish.
Hatukatai viongozi wa sehemu mwingine wazungushwe hapa. Hatukatai. Na wageni tunawapenda. Manake wanakuja na wanaenda.
On Friday, Interior CS Fred Matiang'i was also a guest of his transport counterpart James Macharia, who endorsed his candidature for the top seat in 2022.
Na ukiona tukitembea namna hii, mimi ni kama yule John the Baptist, mwenyewe anakuja. Na kila mahali tumepita leo asubuhi, meambiwa kwamba nimwambie mwenyewe akuja haraka iwezekanavyo.
Niseme kazi ya Mheshimiwa Rais iendelee. Mwenyewe anaweza fanya kazi hiyo, ni ile amekuwa amefanya kazi hiyo miaka 3, maendeleo tukapata, kwa hivyo kazi iendelee.
Political analyst Herman Manyora says the Mount Kenya vote is so key for political players, hoping to come out on top in 2022.
Mount Kenya is a Ruto zone for now. So strong is Ruto on the Mount. I've said this and many people have not liked it. If a vote were taken today, it would surprise many of the people who think they can tilt that vote in their favor.
For now, the region seems to be leaning towards Deputy President William Ruto, but Manyora is of the view that it would not come as a shocker if the region fronts its own candidate for the presidency.
Because of the squabbles in the handshake, and because of Uhuru's reluctance to give immediate direction, it is quite possible that the Mount Kenya vote could say, hala, kwani kura yetu ndio watu wanachezea. And in that case, it is very possible that the Mount Kenya could produce a candidate. Actually, what the Mount Kenya is waiting for is an excuse to produce a candidate.
But even as political jostling around the mountain gathers pace, President Uhuru Kenyatta is on record suggesting that it was time other communities took over the mantle of leadership. Kennedy Muredhi, NTV.
Thanks, Kennedy. And that report there by Muredhi takes us to yet another break, but stay with us.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after yet. You must be being alone, and I got you on my mind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Oh, I've tried. Hi, Mama.
From your first day at school to you captaining your soccer team, no matter how old you are, you'll always be my baby. That's why I trust Dettol to clean, protect, and keep you refreshed every day. I still can't believe how quickly you've grown. Dettol, tested effective against COVID-19.
Mix of the Week in association with Airtel.
I don't check my energy. For the journey, for the journey. Bossy, bossy.
Fast just got faster. Get fully locked on Airtel 4G. Enjoy our wider coverage. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Matthias, that woman is Blanca. Renata was right. Danielle is a snitch. Matthias, we've got to get Renata.
Wait, I'll
call her.
Come here, wait for me. Beth, you have to send security down here. It's urgent. Your game is over, Blanca. Let go of me! Let go of me!
Hurry up!
Timeless love.
Buy a value-added plot of land at the Garden of Joy off Kangundo Road, deposit 700,000 and get 16K and your Istanbuzi is sorted. Call us on 0790 300 300.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. You're certainly watching NTV Weekend Edition. Now, COVID-19 has changed the world quite literally, and now a mask is a compulsory part of the dress code. But as you use that disposable face mask, do you think about how you should dispose of it? Or are you one of those who drop it as you go without a care in the world where it ends up or who picks it up? Before COVID-19 struck, Kenya was already reeling under the weight of its waste burden due to the poor public attitudes and practices. And now, as the country battles to contain the spread of the virus, environmental pollution due to poor mask disposal is brewing another crisis. Environmental scientists are warning of a larger crisis even after the pandemic if the waste from the coronavirus is not properly managed.
The coronavirus pandemic has changed life as we knew it. The use of face masks and other personal protective equipment across the world to keep the virus at bay is the new reality. But with this reality, another fight is silently taking place. The poor disposal of these products, especially the single-use face masks.
Waste, especially the PPEs, used masks, gloves and sanitizers, these are now new stream of waste into our environment. And this has really posed lots of challenge to us. But as an authority, NEMA came up with a national guidelines on how to manage the COVID-19 waste.
In the capital, Nairobi, the used masks are steadily becoming an eyesore, becoming one of the most poorly disposed of items alongside plastics and non-woven carrier bags.
These things are clogging up drains. They're not biodegradable. These masks are not biodegradable. And the risk is that this will continue. Everybody in the whole world is wearing masks. And you have to change them frequently. You know, people are using masks for 2-3 days. It means that everybody is replacing these things. Schools have opened, for example. Children will use up to 2-3 masks in a day. So what happens to all of this? And I think it brings us to address a larger problem around how, as a community or as a country at individual level, people manage their waste.
Data by a research scientist at the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, Gilbert Atuga, showed that 23.8 million disposable masks are being used daily in the country. This means that 714 million masks are being used per month. As the virus took a toll on the country's healthcare system, this new unregulated product attracted vendors of all sorts. But it is this video that surfaced on social media in April 2020 that revealed a dark side of unscrupulous traders who underestimated the brutal hand of COVID-19.
We have received disturbing news that some unscrupulous persons are recycling face masks after collecting them from bins and selling them to unsuspecting Kenyans. In particular, we've noticed the recycling of the surgical masks, and we've seen different pictures in social media. And we therefore say that this is unacceptable and this is actually criminal. And we shall crack the whip on anyone found endangering the lives of fellow Kenyans for selfish gains.
We had a discussion with those mamas, plus the Korogocho youth, they're called green youths. They were able to sensitize the mamas, especially on the impact of this to their health. So I think hopefully they'll be able to really abandon the practice.
I urge Kenyans to undertake basic due diligence on face masks that they are buying so that they do not fall victim.
The situation has been made worse by garbage collectors and recyclers who fear getting infected with COVID-19 while handling waste and end up dumping it in open places. According to the NEMA guidelines, medical waste should be incinerated and counties directed to provide coded bags for disposal of biomedical waste. Unfortunately, garbage collection is privatized in many urban centers, which hinder distribution of the coded bag.
I think counties, especially Nairobi County, has mapped out disposal sites and waste transfer stations. We had seen the inventory of those disposal sites, but I think it's important for them also, for the counties, to put up receptacles that will exclusively handle COVID-19 PPEs. Otherwise, unless we have that specific waste receptacles, it will be difficult for the counties to properly manage COVID-19 waste.
I've seen that some scientists or entrepreneurs are working at developing incinerators that can be used for 20 masks, 1 mask at the home level. But expecting every citizen to be able to access an incinerator, I think that would be that's not really a cost-effective way to go. I would see more helping people to work within their communities to find central places to dispose of things. I think places like gated communities, that is possible. They have central things for central places for depositing other things, and look at ways of improving that.
And as the battle continues, experts say the most practical way of curbing this crisis from exploding in the future lies in the hands of every individual.
What can I do at home to make sure, first of all, that I get into the habit within my household to sort out the waste? Now we have an additional layer of sorting where there's possible contaminated material. Yes, sort out the contaminated material, sort out the recycling material, sort out what you can reuse and give away, and have a nation where we can change as a people.
As an authority, we've come up with the right guidelines and policies, but it's up to the citizen of the country to ensure that they participate in management of this waste. It's a collective responsibility for all of us.
And this is not a Kenyan problem, it is a global issue, but environmental experts are saying something must be done before the crisis goes out of hand in the future. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
This looks different.
It is. See for yourself.
Okay, so it's a photo.
Look closer. Photos within photos.
What about video?
8K video. Beyond cinema quality.
So...
You can pull portrait quality photos straight from video.
But will it last the whole trip?
Battery for the whole trip and the way back.
This is different.
Told you.
Malaria ni ugonjwa hatari sana unaoua watu wengi hapa Kenya. Japo kuko na korona, hatari ya malaria bado iko. Mtoto huyu alikuwa na joto jingi, kutetemeka, kuumwa na viungo na uchovu. Alikimbizwa hospitali ya umma ambako sheria za COVID-19 huzingatiwa na ni salama kwa shughuli ya upimaji. Vipimo vilionyesha kuwa ana malaria na papo hapo daktari akampa dawa za malaria na kumshauri azimalize, na ili kujikinga wawe wakilala ndani ya neti iliyotibiwa. Malaria husambazwa na mbu. Walio hatarini ni watoto wa chini ya miaka 5 na akina mama wajawazito. Kupimwa na kutibiwa ni bure katika hospitali zote za umma. Usisahau adui malaria. Zero malaria huanza na mimi. Chukua jukumu leo. Komesha malaria. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na Wizara ya Afya.
My darlings, my love will protect you from everything, visible and invisible. We might not always have plenty, but we will always have enough. And whatever Mama touches will magically turn into more for you. Just one capful of Dettol is enough to disinfect surfaces and protect your family and your home. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Kenya Association of Manufacturers KAM is the representative organization of manufacturing and value-add industries in Kenya. In partnership with German Development Corporation, the association promotes skills development in Kenya and encourages young women and girls to venture into science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics courses. This is to enable them to venture into manufacturing-related roles and increase their participation in the country's economic growth. Kenya Association of Manufacturers, nurturing skills for industry success.
Standing tall at the heart of Tattoo City lies Lifestyle Heights, a prestigious property in a prime area offering you spacious 2 and 3 bedroom and 3 bedroom plus DSQ apartments. With state-of-the-art amenities, Lifestyle Heights offers you constant water supply, round-the-clock security, green and open spaces such as the pergolas and kids play area, lifts, among many other amenities. Contact us and come see us for an amazing open day on the 27th and 28th of March.
Matthias, that woman is Blanca. Renata was right. Danielle is a snitch. Matthias, we've got to get Renata.
Wait, I'll
we
call
have
her.
to call her.
Come here, wait for me. Beth, you have to send security down here. It's urgent. Your game is over, Blanca. Let go of me! Let go of me!
Hurry up!
Timeless love.
Buy a value-added plot of land at the Garden of Joy off Kangundo Road, deposit 700,000 and get 16K and your Eastern Mbuzi is sorted. Call us on 0790 300 300.
Now, in the last year of living under the COVID-19 pandemic, many citizens suffering from kidney illnesses were forced to put their hopes for a transplant on ice. But with the dark days slowly subsiding, one patient, Margaret Mudhoni, finally received a kidney transplant after 1 year of waiting, and from a donor that puts meaning to the saying that blood is thicker than water. Ngina Kiroi has more.
The sights and sounds of medical staff gathered here today to join one man and one woman through a kidney transplant, an operation that has been suspended several times over the past 1 year. Each movement intentional and thorough to ensure the success of the surgery set to take place in the next few minutes. Each rise in the heartbeat closely being monitored, serving as a reminder of the fine line between life and death. As the team suits up to conduct the kidney transplant surgery, we speak to the recipient, Margaret Mudhoni, who is in the room just adjacent to the donors.
Kwa maana nilikuwa nifanyiwe transplant last year May, sasa ikakuwa tu haiwezekani. By then sikuwa nimeanza kufanya dialysis, so by September ikakuwa sasa lazima nianze dialysis as we plan for maybe to come, the transplant to come later. So it has not been easy.
Okay, and who is giving you the kidney transplant?
My brother, yeah.
And how are you feeling about your brother being able to?
I'm just happy. He's my hero. He's my hero. Yeah, we are 6 of us. And when I requested them, the siblings, he was the first one to volunteer.
As a nurse, Mudhoni went from treating patients to being in dire need of dialysis during the pandemic, a process she, just like many Kenyans, says was draining both physically and financially.
I have to take off from job at least 2 days in a week just to go for the dialysis. Then the cost, at least currently NHIF is working for us, but there was a time where I was dialyzing, they were on strike. So I had to go to a private. Each session, we were paying 9,500. So you see, like in a week, you need to spend at least 20,000.
As Mudhoni's brother goes under the knife, the bed on which the kidney will be placed in is prepared by another team of doctors.
When they have removed it, we wash it, we put it in ice and cool it quickly because we have removed it from its blood supply. We wash all the blood from the donor, from the kidney, and then we come and put it in the patient who is receiving it, in the recipient patient.
Doctors agree that the pandemic fractured many kidney transplant operations due to the uncertainty of the new normal.
It was very difficult because of the many restrictions of movement and also the concerns that anyone, including the patients or the relative or the donor, could be COVID positive.
But for Mudhoni, waking up to the possibility of good health is not the only thing that excites her about her future, as her brother is on her mind minutes before she undergoes the surgery.
When he wakes up, I just feel like I want to hug him. And before we came in, I told him God to bless him as we prayed together. And I'm very happy about it. Yeah. And my family also, my entire family has been very supportive.
For Mudhoni, this may be a happy ending after months of toiling with the lack of a kidney transplant due to the COVID-19 situation, presenting hope for thousands of other patients who may be in a similar situation. Gena Kirori, NTV.
Well, thank you, Ngina, for that report. Well, Jiga infestation is one of the main challenges facing families with low income, especially in rural areas and informal settlements. And as Gabriel Kadaka reports, the outbreak of COVID-19 seems to be reversing the gains made by state and non-state actors in eradicating the menace.
At Aligula Community Dispensary in Kakamega County, we find these volunteers attending to these children. Jiggers have become a menace in this village, and the school-going children are the most affected.
Majority of them, when they are in class, they don't concentrate, they don't pay attention to the teacher, because at the same time, they are actually being disturbed by this animal called jigger.
Hata saa zingine tungewapunish without knowing ni nini nafanya wasikuje shuleni.
Zinatusumbua kila siku zikituuma. Jua ikiaka inakuja mingi, lakini mvua ikinyesha inaishako.
The menace had somehow been contained by interventions from state and non-state actors.
The jiggers were out of this world. We injected them, we had to inject and also just treat them with potassium. They could not even put on shoes. It was really painful.
And in Silas village in the outskirts of Eldoret town, another team of volunteers is visiting their former patients to monitor their progress. Majority of them, like Veronica Nduta, have recovered and are now able to go about their duties with ease, something they could not do in the past.
Kuzi kukuwa nafanya kazi, jilikuwa inanisumbua, hata watoto walikuwa nasumbuliwa sana. Nilikuwa nasumbua watoto kabisa, hata watoto walali, hata kukula wakuli.
But amid this progress, there are concerns of resurgence of the infestations as COVID-19 slows down treatment.
Ninaambia SOS tena warudi katika community. Kwa sababu ninaona hizo jigasi zimeanza kurudi fresh.
Wakati ya COVID hatukuweza kutembelea manyumbani na tukaona sasa jigas imeweza kurudia manyumba moja moja.
The outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic is said to have exacerbated the jigger infestation menace since community health workers stopped offering their services for some time.
Since December, we've not been able to run the clinic because COVID hit on all of us. So the clinician we had here had to get a job somewhere else.
If we don't have a constant monitoring of these families, the issue of jiggers infestation can also come back. So constant monitoring can be the best practice.
According to the Ministry of Health, more than 1.5 million Kenyans across the country have been affected by jiggers.
We have 42 other counties suffering from the same. About 2 million people have jiggers.
For those who have fully recovered from the jigger infestation, life is now back to the normal. Community members and pupils have been empowered with basic skills on eradication of jiggers. Gabriel Kudaka, NTV.
All right, and on that report by Gabriel Kudaka, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be telling you all what's been happening in the world of sports.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Just one capful of Dettol is enough to disinfect surfaces and protect your family and your home. Dettol, tested effective against COVID-19.
Huyu ni Tina last week. Huyu ni huyo tu Tina this week. Sahi Tina anaget drama kibao in our telenovelas wiki nzima na 5 shows zake local from across the continent.
Now listen.
Upgrade to Go TV Max for just 890 shillings. You get maximum entertainment for less. Go TV. Love it.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Pants is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Matthias, that woman is Blanca. Renata was right. Danielle is a snitch. Matthias, we've got to get Renata.
Wait, I'll
we
call
have
her.
to call her.
Come here, wait for me. Beth, you have to send security down here. It's urgent. Your game is over, Blanca. Let go of me! Let go of me!
Hurry up!
Timeless love.
Buy a value-added plot of land at the Garden of Joy off Kangundo Road, deposit 700,000 and get 16K and your Istanbuzi is sorted. Call us on 0790 300 300.
Thanks for staying with us. Some sporting action now, and a 15 ladies only team has arrived in Mombasa after cycling for over 480 kilometers from Nairobi. The cyclists under the team Dada Rides say they travelled for 3 days, making stops in Kibwezi and Voi. They're cycling to raise funds for building additional washrooms and changing rooms for the Ngong Association Sanctuary, where they train. Led by the team captain and founder Salome Kanini, the leaders who cycled to Mombasa are between the ages of 16 and 31. Dada Rides promotes women in cycling.
I am a cyclist by profession, and I'm also into promoting women. This is my group. We call ourselves Dada Rides. Dada Rides started 2018, and it was registered officially as a CBO September 2018 as well. So since then, we have been trying to promote women into cycling activities such as riding for fitness and for fun, and as well as a way of generating income.
Now, Mike Kirimi of Nanyuki Sports Club returned 45 Stableford points to win the Britam Golf Series, which teed off at the Nyeri Golf Club. C. Wanjau emerged as the man winner on a score of 36 Stableford points, with Samushiri of Nanyuki Sports Club taking second on a score of 38 Stableford points. In the ladies category, Nyeri Club Lady Vice Captain Regina Momero claimed the bragging rights. Britam's head of corporate affairs, Annie Kinuthia, encouraged upcoming golfers to take advantage of such golfing opportunities. 90 golfers participated in the inaugural Britam Holdings sponsored event. The series is slated to take part in Nakuru, Nyanza, Mombasa and Nairobi.
The reason why we did this is basically we want to go around the country celebrating our customers who have supported us for the last few years. We feel this is a way of just appreciating our customers for their loyalty and for their support. Apart from that, we also want to expose Britam to other people who will be playing in the golf who probably are not our customers, so that we can introduce them to our products and services.
And Lavjot Singh maintained his lead in the four-wheel drive turbo category in the KCB National Autocross Championship Series after the third round of the series that was held in Eldoret yesterday. Driving a Subaru Impreza N10, Lavjot beat home driver Khalid Umar to the scintillating podium dash in the New Harton Orange racetrack. Kirit Rajput won the open class, beating Hamza Anwar to the podium dash. Kunal Patel won the two-wheel drive turbo class for buggies after he eclipsed series leader Azad Manji to the tussle. A total of 32 competitors tackled a very twisty, smooth 2-kilometer marathon track, which tested the competitors' skills to the limit. Despite the scorching sun and lots of dust, hundreds of motorsport fanatics turned up to watch the event.
I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young. In his spare time as well. So in the Bambino class, another young competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, the corner just in front of us, really hammering that bike around the corner. Show your appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes past us. Correct. Get underway. Yuvraj Rajput. Nicely taken around that corner. So unlucky about earlier going off the track there. Navdeep Sandhu, the four-wheel drive non-turbo category. Just to mention the other categories today, there's the Pee-wee class, very nicely.
Wow. Now, RJ Barrett scored a career-high 32 points and Julius Randle had a triple-double to lead the New York Knicks past the Oklahoma City Thunders 119-97 on Saturday. In the NBA match aired on NTV late on Saturday, Randle finished with 26 points, 12 rebounds and 12 assists. The Knicks trailed by 9 after one quarter, with the Thunder shooting 70.6% from the floor, but they outscored the Thunder 97-66 over the final 36 minutes. Al Horford had 16 points to lead. To the end of our bulletin this hour. Many thanks for keeping us company. On the sign language interpretation tonight was David Agondo. My name is Zainab. Ismail. Do enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening and God bless.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Harpic bathroom cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue
For the toilet.
and red
For the bathroom.
How many ways can you enjoy your Jameson? Well, with a taste so smooth, every pour is perfect for chilling, chatting, and connecting, and taking time out to toast life's little pleasures. So grab a glass and make room for others, because good taste doesn't have a time or place. Why? Smooth taste. That's why. Don't drink and drive. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Excessive consumption of alcohol is harmful to your health.
What's your beautiful?
My essence and my energy. My natural glow and my confidence.
My beautiful is being me.
Reveal your beautiful this beauty month with amazing discounts of up to 30% off 400 ml Nivea body lotions in participating stores near you. Enjoy discounts galore with Nivea. Be you, be beautiful.
The core of a successful country is anchored on the health and wellness of its people. What part do you play in all this, you ask? Well, join us every morning as we get your fitness in check from 6:30 a.m. with Eve and Peter.
1, 2, 3.
Then at 7 a.m., engage with us on the health and wellness issues that affect you.
COVID has taught us we must invest in health. No one was spared.
We are overwhelmed.
That's one of the most difficult things that I've ever experienced in my life.
Are you happily married?
Being happy is different for everyone.
Najaribu kuwaeleza about health education na healthy practices.
Ona hii?
Octopus. Wanasema supu yake inasaidia wanaume.
Let's make your world a healthier one every morning only on NTV.
Matthias, that woman is Blanca. Renata was right. Danielle is a snitch. Matthias, we've got to get Renata.
Wait, I'll
we
call
have
her.
to call her.
Come here, wait for me. Beth, you have to send security down here. It's urgent. Your game is over, Blanca. Let go of me! Let go of me!
Hurry up!
Timeless love.
Buy a value-added plot of land at the Garden of Joy off Kangundo Road, deposit 700,000 and get 16K and your Eastern Mbuzi is sorted. Call us on 0790 300 300.
How many ways can you enjoy your Jameson? Well, with a taste so smooth, every pour is perfect for chilling, chatting, and connecting, and taking time out to toast life's little pleasures. So grab a glass and make room for others, because good taste doesn't have a time or place. Why? Smooth taste. That's why. Don't drink and drive. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Excessive consumption of alcohol is harmful to your health.